Hey, everybody. So it's the second to last night of Spring Rites, and we finally realized we should be playing music, during the interval. So by the time we do the last night, we will have learned everything we need to learn about doing the festival. I am Robin Schwartz. I am the Program and Grant Director of the Community Arts Partnership of Tompkins County. And Spring Rites is just one of our many, many programs. We have grants for artists, we have programs, we have networking events, we have workshops. You should all check out our website, which I will put in the chat, which is artspartner.org. And there's another event after this first one, and that's a reading, a group reading, Dreamlike Scenes in Fiction, with Hardy Griffin, Melanie Bush, Judith Pratt, Matt Gordon, and Susanna Durbel. Hardy, did I say her name correctly? Durbel. And then tomorrow at 5, starting a little earlier, Senior Theater Troupe is going to perform movies, Stories from Our Lives. And then there's another group reading, Poetry, Prose, and Poe. I called it Poe because Mickey Quinn has done a really cool video film about Edgar of you have to see it. Just tune in tomorrow. Andy Sanchez, Kate Doyle, Gwen Davis Feldman, and Lizzie Frank. And at 7, Jay Leeming is going to do stories from the Odyssey. And that will be our Spring Rites Literary Festival in November. Plus, there's going to be another 8 writing workshops. It's all free. Everything's free. There's writing workshops happening from December through March. I know you all been to springrites.org because you signed up, but that's where you'll find all that information. Tiny little plug, next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is the Community Arts Partnership's annual Capapalooza art sale. We have probably over 400 pieces of donated art, not donated from artists, but donated from the community. I ask people to bring their art out of the closets. It's often presents people got, inherited art, art that came along with a spouse, but you don't like it, so it's been in a closet, that sort of stuff. And it's this incredibly interesting, eclectic mix of vintage and cool, and a couple creepy things that are worth seeing, and some lovely, beautiful art as well. You could see everything on our website, artspartner.org. First Saturday, 7 artists open. Next Saturday, go visit their studios. Thanking our Spring Rites sponsors, Ithaca College, Wegmans, M&T Bank, the Odyssey Bookstore, and the Ithaca Marriott. And we also have funds from the New York State Council on the Arts and Poets and Writers. We would love it if you were able to donate to us, to the Community Arts Partnership Annual Fund. And I didn't want to ask for a suggested donation for Spring Rites because I felt like that would, people would feel funny about coming. So all of our events are free, but we need the money. So if you can donate anything, I will put the link up, and any amount is just fine. You will all be on mute throughout the event. Use the chat heavily. Use the chat to make comments, to ask questions, to tell us how much you love something. You can, if you haven't used chat before, you can talk to everyone, or you could just communicate with one person and ask questions. I love chat. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Nia Nunn.
Greetings, everyone. Hello. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, the Community Arts Partnership, for the invitation yet again. Love Spring Rites Literary Festival every single year. Each year we have done something called a Blues for Nina, we being the women of Southside Community Center. So again, I'm Dr. Nia. I'm an associate professor at Ithaca College in the Department of Education. But I was born and raised in Ithaca. It's a very special place for me. And to my right He's one of my young friends, Alyssa, who is joining the scene. Typically, each year we have about 15 to 20 young, mostly girls from our community who come together in the Kava Bar. We do poetry workshops for several hours, and then afterwards we have a performance to share with the community. So how many times, Robin? I think we did like maybe 2 years or 3 years of that.
I think it's more like
Yeah.
4.
So while we miss the space, the energy, the vibe, I promise today to bring something quite special to share with you all. Having Alyssa on the scene, she's one of the first poets. I'll read some poetry, and then we have a video of Alyssa's work. And then there are several young people from our community, from Cortland and Ithaca College students who I have a compilation of their pieces. So I'm excited to share that with you. Alyssa, you want to say hello to the people? All right. And so today I have something really, really special to share with the community. I'm so glad that this is recording because I want to be able to share this with some folks who have contributed their work. As I mentioned, I teach at Ithaca College. I have the glorious responsibility of preparing teachers and creating classroom communities. And one of the primary ways that I work to cultivate a powerful classroom community is creating an opportunity for folks to be vulnerable immediately. And so this vulnerable exercise of writing poetry the first week of class or as part of workshops that I do, I have found it to be extremely profound in supporting people with establishing a relationship with one another in a community. Now, in it, it's a self-study. It requires you to recognize who you are and where you come from, as well as how you were made. And so after, I'm happy to share the articles that I use to encourage people to do this writing. I received it from a mentor years ago, and I've been engaging in this exercise for about 10 years. So I'm going to pause, and I'll start off by sharing the first Where I'm From poem that I wrote when I was co-teaching with Jeff Klaus in 2012, one of my mentors at Ithaca College for many years. So I'll read this piece, and then I'll show a video of Alyssa reading her piece, and then we'll have a conversation about our relationship with writing before we share with you a bunch of great pieces. Okay, Where I'm From. I'm from trips to Brooklyn, Buffalo, and DC. 15 plus male cousins learning me cool and teasing when I'd hug a tree. I'm from Tofurkey, vegan burgers, macaroni and soy cheese, but I'm also from red beans and rice, fried chicken, and collard greens. I'm from Essence and Ebony, double Dutch and cornrows with colored beads. I'm from a love for the arts, nature, and tons to read. Ballet, flute lessons, museum trips, cultural capital indeed. I'm from The Running Man and Roger Rabbit. TLC was just a habit. I'm from Pearl Jam, Queen, Aretha Franklin, Joni Mitchell, MC Hammer, New Kids on the Block, Tupac, and Janet. I'm from hopping elements of Ithaca, Southside, GX, Stewart Park, Greek Peak, a predominantly Black Girl Scout troop, a predominantly white dance school, which means I'm from Why You Act and Talk So White to No Offense, but why does everything have to be so Black? Code switching day to day, tokenized in various ways. I'm from examinations of bringing the unconscious to the conscious, where being educated is cool and learning is power. I'm from action-oriented purpose, parents with love and high expectations to shower. I'm from know your roots, honor your ancestors and the almighty. I'm from Black is beautiful and girl with them brains, you gonna be somebody. Snap. Yay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for listening to some old stuff. I'll share some new stuff a little bit later on. But I am going to go ahead and have Alyssa share. Well, before I do the sharing, Alyssa, why don't you introduce yourself? Just your name and age, maybe school.
Okay. Hi, my name is Alyssa Lizamo. I am 10 years old. I'm from New York City. my school, I go to BJM and I am in 5th grade.
Yes, yes. Big ups to Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham, awesome 5th grade teacher at Beverly J. Martin. And so just that awesome introduction. Let's see. Alyssa, we go way back. Alyssa was a little person at COMEP, at our Community Unity Music Education Program. She's part of the Cedar Creek crew that I adore. And she's been down at the Zoom Tutoring Center with us at Just Because, some work with Black Hands Universal. Let's see. Alyssa's also a part of United at Southside Community Center. So Alyssa too wears multiple head wraps in this community. Oh, good. She's already critiquing. Okay, beautiful. She's judging herself. What do we say about that? We don't play that. All right, everybody, check this out. Here's Alyssa's Where I'm From poem. And I actually have a compilation of 4 different poets in a chunk, and then we'll pause. If I remember correctly, we have, as I mentioned, elementary age young people, middle school, and college students. So students from Ithaca College who have taken my Black Feminist Thought, Black Feminist Alchemy course. And the young people from Cortland are connected with a friend of mine, like a little brother, John Kiefner, who encouraged some of his students from Cortland to participate as well. So we'll watch 3 poems and then we'll pause for a second. I encourage Alyssa to take some notes about how the poems are making her feel as we listen to them, and I encourage you to do the same.
I'm from dresses and sneakers. I'm from bird chirpings and house cleaning. I come from perfume that lasts a day or 2 and makes people's noses itch. I come from living rooms that has toys and shoes laying around on the shiny wooden floor. I always picture me, my mom, and dad on Christmas Eve and opening one present for Christmas. Always singing the lovely song before I go to bed and reading a book to my mom to calm her down. Or giving her a head massage to make her fall asleep. Or giving her a hug before she goes to work.
Yay!
Okay, so this first poem is...
So this is a student of mine, Kamira. She is a junior at Ithaca College. She is fierce, and she is sharing poetry that she wrote in my class from her freshman year. So you'll get that from quite a few. And let me tell you, these are young people that I just asked them and they came through. There's so much love. My heart is filled with so much love. And so I hope you feel it too.
The For My People poem. I wrote it my sophomore year when I was taking Black Feminist Alchemy. Okay, for my people. This is for the Black girls who haven't always felt magical. Disillusioned with the world puts on them. This is for the Black girls struggling to feel seen, constantly reduced to angry, loud, scary, aggressive. This is for the Black girls who the world ain't ever been soft on. Young girls facing grown women problems. For the Black girls stripped of their innocence. This is for the Black girls who still chose to fight daily in the face of insults, to remain resilient, to stand proud, to never lose sight of her worth. This is for me. Period.
Where I'm from. I am from pencils and drawing books, from creativity and pride. I am from cartoons and DS games and using them to procrastinate. I am from wooden floors and colored walls and spending hours between them. I am from words on paper and stories to tell, from mom's desserts and sister's care and dad's good mornings. I am from trips to Portugal from distant relatives. I am from self-acceptance and discovery, from pride and from perspectives. I am from friendships and romances and learning what is healthy. I am from the roots of the trees and the wood of the violins, from filmmaker's eye, from the musician's ear. I am from my surroundings and what I've had to teach myself. I am from me. That's where I'm from.
My student Louie, yes, a sophomore at Ithaca College. Again, another young person that I adore. I'll try not to stop at each one. There's so much that I could say about all of these young people. The next is a young man I don't know, but this is a student from my friend John Kiefner in Cortland, who's next. Yes. Alex.
I am from freshly baked cookies, hot out of the oven. My mom's original. Everything's so homemade where I'm from. I am from the nuts and the cookies, almonds, cashews, peanuts, and so many others. Everything tastes so good where I'm from. I'm from being greeted by my dog, barking her head off. My dog loves me. I am from having my door jingling whenever I open it. Ah, the sounds of getting home. I am from the cold air stinging my cheeks. The walk from the bus is never fun. I am from the warm air from what I get inside, melting my face, filling me head to toe with warmth. Getting inside is the best part of the day. I am from my family, my parents greeting me into the house, my uncle saying hi. My family makes me the happiest person in the world. I am from talking and playing games with my brother all day long. My brother is the best thing in my life.
All right, we're just going to pause for a second and honor Alex's work. I just want to take a hot second before moving on to check in with Alyssa and see how you're doing, how you're feeling. What does it feel like to listen to the poetry that you listened to so far?
I'm feeling well.
Yeah.
Listening to those poems, I feel like I'm getting to know people real better, and I never even met them.
Right,
but
right.
I'm learning about them from poems.
Yes, you hear it, right? Like it's this experience that literally helps to establish a glorious human connection. I've done this work with some companies too, with people who knew each other or thought they knew each other, but then had this experience of poetry and sharing, and it's just transformative. So thank you, Alyssa. Let's check out another set of 4 poems. And then I want to ask you about your relationship with writing and what your writing process. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. She over here writing some more. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Some more Where I'm From poems.
Hi, my name is Kalina Yearwood, and I will be reading my Where I'm From poem. I'm from warm days and cold winter nights, Birkenstocks and shorts so comfy you want to sleep in them. I'm from combs and brushes that snap throughout my hair, tears and comforting hugs from loved ones near. I'm from trees, auburn leaves, cool breezes, and almost always freezing. I'm from colorful clothes and Caribbean food, from trips to the islands and visits to grandparents. I'm from that's not too hot and passive flavor, from trips to salons and braiding hair. I'm from Sunday churches and daily praises, from hot stoves and warm stomachs. I'm from car rides and laughter. I'm from It Takes a Village, from meeting with elders and guidance from peers, from girlfriends who motivate each other and Black women trying to succeed. I'm from daily challenges and difficulties, from motivating brothers and mothers. I'm from family time always.
Yes, Kalina.
I am from poem. I am from music flooding my home, from talks about politics, morals, and wars. I am from happiness, safety, security, and support. I am from jokes that were taken too far and family members sharing their many scars. I am from learning all that I can and understanding when someone is not a true friend. From walks on the beach and talks about home. From learning where I came from to see where I'm going. From reading books with my father, my friend, to confiding in my mom when my life's turned a bend. I am from visits with cousins who I love and respect, from seeing others' opinions and forming my own. I'm from Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I am from learning that some things take some time. I am from memorizing poems with my dad, to playing in the woods and forgetting the world for a while. Here's my Where I'm From poem. Let's see. I am from homemade macaroni and cheese, cold winter nights and having friends over. I am loud downstairs neighbors accidentally staying up late and cats on your pillow. I am the big TV, my dad's friends, and being bored. My bed, over 1,000 plushies and like 3 pillows. I am cars outside, random house noises, and being annoyed. Fluff.
Fluffy, annoying naps, scratching a wall, and random cat naps. I am go to sleep, staring at a clock, and it's in random hugs at 2 a.m. It's grown-up stuff, throwing balloons at cats and being scratched. I am my Rouse costume, taking forever and wishing you hadn't made the entire thing out of fleece. I am the Kit Kat, Fluffy Flash, Hurricane Fluffy, Little Mr. Meow Meow, Scruffy, and Meow Face. I am my phone, being blinded at 3 a.m. just trying to see what time it is. My Chromebook, random Roblox games, and okay-looking animations. I am garbage, soon to be taken out, coming home from doing stuff and being lazy. I am goldfish crackers, all sorts of flavors and all sorts of sizes. Cheez-Its, Cheez Nips, and other random foods. I am Saya.
Where I'm from. I'm from the biggest continent in the touch of Africa. I'm from the seasons of Mother Nature and the plane ride home to small town Ithaca. I'm from the melanin in my skin. I'm from the afro on my head and the curly twists of joy. I'm from the community of amazing people which has taught me so much. I'm from the sour smell of injera. I'm from the sweet taste of strawberries. I'm from the gritty sand between my toes on the beach. I'm from walking my dog to a muddy neighborhood park. I'm from the springs of the trampoline which fly me into the sky.
Wow. Oh, what do you think? It's powerful, right? So the beginning of that section was Kalina Yearwood. Kalina is a sophomore at Ithaca College, also a native of Ithaca. Well, she grew up most of her life here in Ithaca. And so it's really unbelievable to have had her in my world as an elementary student at Beverly J. Martin, and then to have her at Ithaca College. The second young person was Lula. You watched it, you saw a picture of Lula. I'm reading her poem. Lula is in middle school and also part of United at Southside Community Center. Saya from Cortland shared her piece. It's been exciting to get to know her. And then lastly, that was Yordi. Yordi is at Beverly J. Martin as well, right? Isn't she? I thought she was in elementary school. Yeah, so I think she's in 4th grade. And so, yeah, that was that next set. I'm gonna keep going just for the sake of time, but then after we listen to a few more, I want you to share with everyone your relationship with writing. All right, so let's check out. So, oh, you ready? Oh, she made another poem, y'all. Look, just sitting here. She's just over here writing poetry. All right, you can read it. You can read it in a minute. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to share another set. Okay, do it now. All right, hold on. Let me stop sharing screen. Hold on. She ready to perform, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read it. Nice and loud.
I'm from looking at houses to live in, helping people that has disorders, or loving people that loves me and will hold me through anything.
Yeah, see, it's nonstop. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful what we continue to learn about ourselves and share. Okay, more poetry for you all. Let's see, who do we have next? John okay, so this is the John Keepner I was talking about. My right and left hand with CMAP, Community Unity Music Education Program, former Ithaca College student. He's graduated long ago, so he always laughs when I bring that up. He's a total grown-up, but it's really exciting to partner with him and the ways in which he's been able to enroll some of these young folks in Cortland in some of our work. It's pretty phenomenal. So I'm excited that John offered to share his Where I'm From poem as well.
Cut grass and tree forts, midnight bike rides through paved cul-de-sacs lined with cookie cutter middle class dreams, all so sure of their individuality, and silence. I'm from pancakes and bologna sandwiches, shin guards and sweat-stained jerseys, trampolines, TV screens, sugar-coated superhero dreams, and silence. I'm from thunderstorms and snow pants, diving boards and picket fences strung up with, it only matters that you tried, and we'll love you no matter what you do, and silence. I'm from John Mayer, John Coltrane, John Denver, and none of them are me. I am wrong place, wrong time, love, Mickey Mouse magic, chocolate-covered bite-sized afternoon snacks, ATVs and sycamore trees, and silence. I'm from That's Racist, thrown around as easy as a football on a steamy summer afternoon. The word black whispered like tiptoeing across an icy pond, afraid someone might push you into the raging waters of racism. All the while, a fine white snowfall settles on every surface, suffocating our mind in silence.
Where I'm from, I am from Bobos and Barrettes. I am from block parties and love. I am from Caribbean food. I am from bakes and saltfish. I am from rhythm and beats. I am from dance. I am from SNS hardware. I am from a huge family tree. I am from talent and leadership. I am from sweat and hard work. I am from funny and caring. I am from playing in the park and having fun. I am from Double Dutch. I am from TikTok. I am from riding a bike. I am from playing basketball. I am from soca and hip hop. I am from reggae and dancehall. I am from Carnival. I am from Brooklyn. That's how I'm me.
Yes, Jasmine is telling the truth.
I am from sketchbooks that show my depression. Sketchbooks help me with my depression. That is how I connect with the world. I am from I'm weird to show that I don't fit in. I don't fit in. I stay at home. I am from Desiree to show that she helps me when I am sad, depressed, confused, and have anxiety attacks. I am from people who understand me. Desiree, Gracie, and my family. I am from popcorn churning in my crunching in my mouth. Popcorn is me when I am sad. I am from depression to show what I have been through. I have depression because of my mother and her boyfriend. He hit me and did stuff to me and put alcohol in my juice.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Clark, and this is my Where I'm From poem entitled A Father's Daughter. I come from a broken home that appeared solid, my mother and sister's touch being my only solace. I come from deafening silence at dinner tables, because speaking our hidden truths would be fatal. I come from false promises, all by a man who seeks to exert his dominance. Where I come from, a man's hugs are never reassuring. Even now, I find a man's smile quite disconcerting. Where I come from, self-hate is not learned, but innate. Where I come from, harsh words are forgiven, but never forgotten. I come from bandage pain, where salt on a wound remains. I come from the land of shame, where second rate is my middle name. I come from a father's love that is real. However, this love is not ideal. It's quiet and insecure. Sometimes it's like the feelings are singular. Where I come from has led me here, telling this story that leaves me incredibly bare. Where I am is beautiful. The creativity and warmth is quite bountiful. Who I am is still left to uncover, but I now know I'm more than a father's daughter.
Okay, so for this poem, this is the Where I'm From poem. I titled it A Dedication to the Original Carefree Black Girls. I wrote this my freshman year in college when I was taking Black Feminist Thought with Dr. Nia. If there's any background noise, sorry, it's everybody over here today. Okay, I come from quick weaves and blue magic hair grease to laying down baby hairs and dressing in flashy wear. I come from foul language and letting these niggas have it. I rather demand respect, fuck being classy. They say that I'm aggressive because I'm unapologetic in the way that I speak. But should I really tone myself down just because you weak? I come from where they get their latest trends, white girls rocking cornrows and calling it high fashion. You see, I speak for the Black girls who come from the hood, who feel shut out like we never really understood. My advice to us, though, is remember you are enough. We break barriers, set trends, and we tough. Period.
All right, we're going to take a little pause and transition into the next set of poems, which are actually for my people poems. So with my last 25 minutes, with the assignment, what I give students is an opportunity to write either a where I'm from poem, or for my people poem, or to select an object in their home or in their culture that is significant to their lives and to write about it. As I mentioned, this is an exercise the first week of class. It is one of my exercises in getting to know people. And as you just heard, there's a way in which people choose to really, really share themselves in transformative ways with strangers or people that they barely know. In this, as people perform it or present it in a classroom setting, I invite everyone to stand up one at a time. We talk about some of the fears and anxieties around that level of sharing. But again, these are folks who are willing to share video of their work. And so I'm excited for you to hear a few more. And these are a few more students. I think the rest of them are primarily Ithaca College students of mine from the past couple of years. I think this first one is Amir.
Okay, my name is Amir Tazi. I'm a junior at Ithaca College, and I would just like to premise this poem by saying that Dr. Nia is the greatest. And the way she infuses ethnographic studies within her curriculum, it's beautiful. And not only are you learning something, but you're also creating self-love within the students. So I just want to applaud you for that. And this is an exercise called for my people, and it's a poem. So I'm just gonna read it now. Sorry for all the, okay. This is for my people who see delis and liquor stores miles and miles on end until their wallets are empty. This is for my people who are lacking faith in a system where penitentiaries will only hire them. This is for my people who wear St. Peter's cross, unable to see themselves in the same light as Jesus. This is for my people who wanted to fly without wearing Jordans, who wanted to feel black enough for the blacks and white enough for the whites. For my black girls who feel like being black girls is like being black twice. For my insecure brothers with no emotion because society told you it wasn't okay to be feminine or live with feeling. For my people with FBI drugs in the ghetto, where Trump calls our communities shitholes or where hell rose, and the jail closed, gates on the windows like Henry Lewis came around, Black people dying, but if white communities don't hear a sound, did it really ever happen at all? Did it really ever happen at all? And to my niggas who fall for a girl, dump her in winter, get sprung in bone, all to be mad at a hot girl summer. I mean, what a bummer. I'm from where niggas strive to wear a Canada Goose by the same people who want to see us wearing a noose. For my people who get shot down by police, scream Black Lives Matter, but gangbanging made them ignore Jamal's blood splatter. For my people who fighting to make ends meet, but can't get through the whole week, I speak only to offer what I see. It's hard to stick out when Fox News says that 42 million Black people are identical. They are the same. There's nothing that separates us. As if one simple thing about us could make us less. To think that I do not have differences from the one standing next to me. To think that slavery and being Black would be my destiny. It's beyond me. For my people who are just trying to find the rights and all the wrongs. For my people who are just trying to live through life through a song. For my people who don't understand what life is and are trying to just navigate. For my people who grew up teaching themselves self-hate. I extend out my arm, willing to give you my all, just to see not another Black person fall. Thank you.
For my people. This is for my people, my kings and queens who are plus size and struggling. For my people who are willing to put their lives on the line and protest police brutality and racism. Who are tired of hearing please and I can't breathe. Who are exhausted of educating ignorant and racist family members. Who decided to replace pessimistic thoughts with positive affirmations. For the people whose loved ones were affected by COVID and tried to stay strong. For the people who decided to stay in school or work during a pandemic and a civil rights movement. Who are emotionally drained. For the people whose skin got an extra long kiss from the sun and persevere in the face of adversity. For my people,
hang in there.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Clark, and this is my For My People poem entitled The Future. For my people, you understand, one day I'll talk to my son, telling him to be cautious, begging him not to run because he'll be seen as dangerous. For my people who will grieve when we learn, of course he won't listen. He's too young to know. Our skin is what makes us different. Off to bury another I go. For my people, we know the story all too well. They'll say he was threatening, maybe he had a gun. He was just another black boy running, now dead, heading towards the sun. For my people, we've gone through this before, none of the bodies that lay still. I am just a woman wanting to be more than the mother of the son they just killed. For my people, we are more than ashes. We rise higher than the number of their lashes. We are strong, forever resilient, no matter how hard the crash is. For my people, we have a power. Whether it be our kinky hair, big lips, thick thighs, it's uniquely ours. They try to beat us into a corner. Don't they realize their superiority is over? For my people, thank you. You've held it down from all the way back, from marches to now more than just a hashtag. So I send my gratitude for those who paved the track, as I can now stand here unapologetically Black.
So snap, snap to Kaylee. That was Kaylee and Kiana and Amir. I have two more poems from students that I want to share to close. And then I actually just wrote one. I wrote a For My People poem the other day that I would like to share before sharing the last two. Let's check on time. We're good. We're right on time. Okay. So here's some new. I shared the old 2012 piece. And then, hold on. And then I'll read this piece from 2020. I'll tell you when to come in. Okay, ready? All right. Oh my God. I'll tell you. All right. This is for my people committed to a culture of healing, ongoing spiritual awakenings, truth, and self-discovery. For my people pressed up early morning rise, deep in pigeon pose. Deep in pigeon poses, that sexy vinyasa, pyramid savasana release. Inhale, lift up, exhale, twist, go deeper, even if just a sip. For my people indulging in pleasure, delicious taste, glorious touch. For my people loved, unloved, seen, unseen, captured, released. For my people grounded, resilient, gifted with an abundance of joy. For my people who can entertain themselves, alone time, never lonely. Thank you, goddesses. For my people embracing their imperfections, confronting and owning flaws, from stretch marks to perceived to be naughty choices. For my people, the adorable Black girl, curious, quirky, inquisitive, hungry for learning, teaching, learning, teaching, learning, low-key, high-key nerdgasms over and over again. For my people deemed so articulate, both tokenized and despised, feared yet fetishized, a representative, unique, appetizing, isolated. This is for my people.
Committed to a culture of healing, ongoing spiritual awakenings, truth, and self-discovery.
Yes, for my people no longer concerned with proving her worth. For my people no longer demanding a seat at the table or bringing folding chairs. Instead, this is for my people building their own damn tables. For my people who know their value, even if sometimes her behavior says otherwise. For my people overzealous, overachieving, binge eating innovative ideas and skipping meals. Creative juices overflowing, executive functioning out of whack, answering, unknowing. This is for my people.
Committed to a culture of healing, ongoing spiritual awakenings, truth, and self-discovery.
For my people ready to confront and release all the insecurities, the traumas, the fears, the illusions, the barriers, no longer to be driven or scared away. For my people who just need a reminder that they are already free, liberated, and with a plethora of soul knowledge, nurturing spirituality, release, and let the universe do its thing. For my people discovering their roots, their center, their core. For my people who love to be Black, who love Blackness religiously, rebelliously, effortlessly. African-centered explorations, dual citizenship aspirations remain never lost. Sankofa bird ancestors speak. I said ancestors speak. This is for my people who need to just listen. For my people determined to claim their space and their place in the future. For my people ready to boss up. For my people who need to stop playing around and glow up. Live with intention, age with grace, a deeper beauty, purpose. This is for my people.
Committed to a culture of healing, ongoing spiritual awakenings, truth and self-discovery.
This is for my people. All right, 2 more glorious pieces to share with you all before we say goodbye. And we'll close with some of Alyssa's closing words. The last 2 students here, I believe she introduces herself, but Nija and Bree will help to close this evening's poetry, a blues for Nina virtual, we can call it. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Nija Young. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a sophomore at Ithaca College, and I'll be reading a piece entitled For My People Who Have Yet to Feel Found. This is for my people who have ever felt lost, who have felt so certain in their uncertainty of themselves that they've wondered what living really is, or if they've ever lived at all. Who have ever wished they were someone or something more, something different. For my people of color, of immigrant households, for those with more voices in their heads than their bodies can handle at times. For girls who have never been girly enough. For those who people may never truly see nor hear, and just about anyone beyond this spectrum and in between. For the people who feel invisible yet constantly naked at the same time, that seek direction but who are too fearful to follow anyone of their own, who readily give but can never fully take their own advice. For those who must bear the weight of an entire race on their backs, yet lack the courage to embrace their individuality when they have the chance to do so. Who can tolerate any gaze that lasts just a little too long, save for those that they catch in their own reflections. For my people who have always wished they were normal, but could never quite define what that meant for people like them. For those who have ever felt behind. For my people who have been more afraid of being found than being lost. I see you, and I promise we'll be okay. Thank you.
Every time. This is the last poem that I'm sharing with you. I swear each and every one of these have just continued to fill me with so much love, so much power. Young people and their voices, right? So this last piece is from Bree.
Kept secrets, confessed to each phase of the moon. Knew that after long days, the perfect escape was some sweet solitude. She could bump to the rhythm, softly sing to the blues. Feel the funk of her healing, to the tunes of the truth, grounded in root, soul evolved from the earth. Inherited centuries of pain among centuries of worth. But with an eagerness to live, she balanced healing with the hurt. This woman's work was nothing short of gratitude. With attitude, she rocked the waves of revolution in her hips, quenching their thirst, a sweeter taste of resistance between her lips. She fade the fakes into the faith, and the beauty of nakedness. She be the darkness and the light, equally the madness and the bliss. Fully equipped, she raised her voice and her fist to the oppressor. Some kind of magic to her movement. The depths of her cannot be measured. They'll never tell you Black women are a national treasure, the foundation of this nation, the blueprints and trendsetters transcending the ties they thought could keep us still. But she's never been complacent. Needless to say, she never will. In early mornings, she rises, neither ashamed or afraid. Sacred descendant of the sun, Sister Soul is her name. Say her name.
Oh, goodness, goodness. We are just about at time.
So we have like 10 minutes.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. I mean, the other event starts at 7. So we can just talk. If you want to read more, you have something else you want to read, or if anyone has any questions, put them in chat.
So I'm going to revert to Alyssa a little bit, let her breathe about what this was like, listening and reading and, you know, all the different voices and poems. How are you doing right now?
Good.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
You like it?
It was soothing.
Good. Soothing. You hear that? How about writing? How about your relationship with writing? Why don't you share with everybody? Because you're a writer. I call myself a writer. What does that mean?
I call myself a writer because I feel like when I write stories or when I write poems, I put all my energy and just focus on that one thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered
with anything else. Yeah.
Want to write.
Yeah.
I actually wrote a story.
Yeah, you're working on a story now, right?
Yeah, but I'm done with it.
Oh, okay. A draft, the first draft.
Yeah,
okay.
I just had
Draft on top of drafts.
A little tweak.
Yeah. Good.
But overall, I think I'm pretty good at writing.
Yay.
Good at writing. We're all about writing. And
it's like a meditation.
Indeed. You know? Indeed, it is, for sure. So I guess if we do have a little bit of time, I'd love, even if it's just a couple words from people to describe how you feel, how the series of poems, even there may be one or two that were striking for you, but just sharing some of the feelings, I think would be really beautiful. I'd love to have record of that.
And I can send you the texts. But you've had, like Stacy said, it is striking that people share at this depth and heart.
I know.
In the first week or so of class.
That's right. And there are tears when I tell you, like my class, like we start off, there is this like kinship network that is established. I mean, you're bringing in your full self, home pieces.
Yeah.
What you ate, what it smells like, what it all, like you can start that builds and creates a really, really unique culture. In fact, that's all I know these 10 years of doing this work.
She says,
inspired. Yes, Ruth, love it. Connected, invited, word. I love that. Good.
Because you make it seem like an easy thing to create the necessary trust, but it is no small thing.
Nope.
It is wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, especially as it relates to a learning environment and classroom, like learning is just so vulnerable, right? Like it's such a vulnerable experience. So when we start like that, there's just so much space. There's so much space to just continue to go deeper, right?
Yeah, this is great. So did you have a hard time looking at yourself on the camera? Not you. Did you have a hard time looking at yourself on the camera?
Yeah.
I do. I can't look at myself on the camera. We make these recordings and I'm like, somebody else look at this. I can't deal with it.
There's one thing, I don't know if I have it on my screen now, but there's this, we've been writing music too. I mean, and that's just something to think. We wrote a song the other day about wearing masks, because it's a challenge sometimes for young people. And I don't know if I can find it. We're not, oh, she says we're not done yet, that it may not be ready.
They're not ready.
Anything. So I'm going to respect that Alyssa says the piece is not right. We only have one draft of it.
Tell me when you're ready and we'll do something.
We can give them a sneak peek. Fine. Okay, she says we can give you a sneak peek. All right, it's called Mask Up. This is so cute. Don't leave for this. All right, I gotta show you this video. Okay, so we made this song. Alyssa and I basically wrote it, right? Like I got it started, but she took it to a whole nother level. You did. Okay. No, she did. She got it started. Yeah. Okay. I just picked the music. But we were literally in Wegmans in the freezer aisle, Alyssa and I and Rosanna. And Alyssa got it started, but here's the song. This is draft one. This is very uncut, right?
Draft one.
Yes. We down it just because I go down on Wednesday.
It's just a sketch.
It's a sketch. She's like, not even draft one. All right, we can share it with the people before we go. All right, check it out. We hope you like it. It's called Mask Up.
There you go. Be ready. It's right here. Give me your best.
These are kids at the Zoom tutoring school. Here we go.
Hey, mask up. Put your mask up. Mask up. Put your mask up. Mask up. Put your mask up.
Oh.
Mask up. Put your mask up.
Turn up.
Two masks. Put it in your pocket. Pandemic hit the planet like a comet. 6 feet. Gotta keep your distance. Wear a face mask. That is persistent. Temperature check. Get your temperature check. 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 Don't die. People, don't die. 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 Mask up. Put your mask up. Mask up. Put your mask up. Mask up. Put your mask up. Hey, mask up. Put your mask up. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. Do that so you don't have an issue. 20 seconds. Wash those hands. You gotta go. Y'all understand. Temperature check. Get your temperature check. 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 Don't die. People, don't die. 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 Mask up. Put your mask up. Hey, mask up. Put your mask up. Mask up.
Whoa.
Put your mask up. Mask up. Put your mask up.
Turn up.
Stay home when you know you're sick. Thinking healthy is not a smart trick. Help each other. It's how to build unity. We stick together, and that's called community. Temperature check.
What?
Get your temperature check.
Say what?
Temperature check.
Hey.
Get your temperature check.
Do what?
Temperature check.
Uh-huh.
Get your temperature check.
One more again.
Temperature check.
Uh-huh.
Get your temperature.
Say what?
Don't die.
Don't die.
People don't die.
Say what?
Don't die. People
I don't want to die.
don't die. People don't
I gotta live.
don't die. People don't die.
Woo.
Mask up. Put your mask up.
Put it up.
Mask up. Put your mask up.
Double time.
Mask up.
Uh-huh.
Put your mask up.
Say what?
Mask up.
Okay. Okay.
I will honor myself and others.
I will honor myself and others.
I will care for the space even better than my home.
I
I will care for the space even better than my home.
I will express my feelings safely.
I will express my feelings safely.
I will always do my best and support everybody.
I will always do my best and support everybody.
Anybody else grow up in a home where my father would sing all the rules? All of our chores had a song with it, right? But anyway, happy to share a little something different with you as well. Again, that is the first draft. That is a very early sketch of a massive music video that we are going to drop at some point. We'll have a couple shots at Just Because, a couple at Southside, and we'll be all over Ithaca encouraging folks to wear their masks in public. I'm really
Now it's
helping the kids keep masks.
It's in my brain now.
Yes.
At 2 a.m, I'll be like, mask up.
Right. Yes. Yes. Don't listen to the original song. It's totally inappropriate, but the beat is great and the music for this one. So just the instrumental. But
Well,
my
thank
goodness,
you so much.
Thank you.